Hello everyone. Welcome to the first chapter of Class 9 Geography, India, Size and Location. This chapter focuses on understanding India's exact position on the Earth using latitudes and longitudes. Along with location, it explains the physical size of the country and how this size influences boundaries, climate, and time. Special attention is given to India's relationship with the Indian Ocean and its neighbouring countries. By studying these aspects, it becomes possible to understand why India holds an eminent position in world history and global trade. With this brief introduction, let's dive into the lesson. India is recognized as one of the world's oldest civilizations with a continuous cultural history stretching back thousands of years. At the same time, India is also a modern nation that has made remarkable progress over the last 5 decades. Advancements have taken place in agriculture, industry, science, technology, and overall economic development. Through these achievements, India has contributed significantly to world history and global knowledge. To understand how such development became possible, it is essential to examine India's geographical location. India lies entirely in the northern hemisphere, which affects its climate and seasons. The mainland of India extends latitudinally from 8 degrees 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north. Longitudinally, it stretches from 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east. An important line of latitude, the Tropic of Cancer, at 23 degrees 30 minutes north, passes almost through the middle of the country. This line divides India into nearly 2 equal parts and has a strong influence on climate. Beyond the mainland, India also includes important island groups. India has 2 major island groups that extend its geographical presence. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are located in the Bay of Bengal, towards the southeast. The Lakshadweep Islands lie in the Arabian Sea, towards the southwest. The southernmost point of the Indian Union is known as Indira Point. This point was submerged under seawater during the devastating tsunami of 2004. After understanding the location, let us turn our attention to the size of the country. India covers a total area of about 3.28 million square kilometers. This large landmass accounts for nearly 2.4% of the world's total geographical area. Because of this vast size, India ranks as the 7th largest country in the world. Such a large area naturally results in long boundaries and varied physical features. India has a land boundary measuring approximately 15,200 kilometers. In addition to this, the total length of the coastline, including the mainland and the island groups, is 7,516.6 kilometers. Physically, India is bounded by young fold mountains in the northwest, north, and northeast. These mountains act as natural barriers and have influenced both climate and historical interactions. Moving southward, the shape of the landmass becomes equally important. South of about 22 degrees north latitude, the Indian landmass begins to narrow and taper. This tapering extension moves deep into the Indian Ocean. As a result, the Indian Ocean is divided into 2 major water bodies. The Arabian Sea lies to the west of India, while the Bay of Bengal lies to the east. This unique shape strengthens India's maritime connections and strategic importance. The latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the Indian mainland is roughly 30 degrees. Despite this similar numerical extent, the east-west distance appears shorter than the north-south distance. This difference in appearance is due to the convergence of meridians toward the poles. Understanding this leads to an important discussion on time differences across the country. From Gujarat in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east, there is a time difference of nearly 2 hours. To maintain uniformity, India follows a single standard time. This time is calculated based on the standard meridian of India at 82 degrees 30 minutes east longitude. The standard meridian passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. Additionally, the large latitudinal extent of India causes variation in the length of day and night from south to north. These factors highlight how geography directly affects daily life based on geographic location. India occupies a central position between East and West Asia. Geographically, it appears as a southward extension of the Asian continent. Major trans-Indian Ocean sea routes connect Europe in the west with East Asia. India's central location along these routes gives it great strategic importance in global trade and communication. This significance is further enhanced by the Deccan Peninsula in the south. The Deccan Peninsula extends prominently into the Indian Ocean. This protruding landform allows close contact with West Asia, Africa, and Europe through the western coast. Similarly, the eastern coast facilitates interaction with Southeast Asia and East Asia. Thus, India's geography supports strong maritime connections on both sides. India has one of the longest coastlines along the Indian Ocean. No other country has such an extensive presence along this ocean. This dominant position explains why the Indian Ocean is named after India. The opening of the Suez Canal in 1869 further increased India's importance by reducing the distance between India and Europe by nearly 7,000 kilometers. This change strengthened maritime trade and global connections. India's interaction with the world has continued since ancient times. Initially, land routes were more important than sea routes. Mountain passes in the north allowed travelers, traders, and scholars to enter and leave India. For a long time, oceans acted as barriers rather than connectors. Over time, maritime routes became more significant, leading to wider cultural exchange. Through these routes, India shared valuable ideas with the world. Texts such as the Upanishads, the Ramayana, and stories from the Panchtantra spread to distant regions. Indian numerals and the decimal system also traveled across continents. Along with ideas, India exported goods such as spices, muslin, and other merchandise. These exchanges strengthened India's cultural influence globally. India also absorbed influences from other regions. The impact of Greek sculpture is visible in certain Indian art forms. Architectural elements such as domes and minarets were introduced from West Asia. These influences blended with local traditions, enriching Indian culture. In the modern political context, India holds a strategically important position in South Asia. At present, the country is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. Before independence in 1947, India consisted of British provinces ruled directly by officials appointed by the Viceroy. Alongside these were princely states governed by hereditary rulers who accepted British authority in exchange for autonomy. This historical background shapes modern political boundaries. India shares land boundaries with several countries. To the northwest, the neighbours are Pakistan and Afghanistan. To the north, India shares borders with China, Nepal, and Bhutan. To the east, the neighbouring countries are Myanmar and Bangladesh. These borders influence political, cultural, and economic relations. India also has important maritime neighbours. Sri Lanka and the Maldives are island nations located across the sea. Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel formed by the Park Strait and the Gulf of Mannar. The Maldives lies to the south of the Lakshadweep Islands. These maritime neighbours further strengthen regional connections. In conclusion, India is a vast and ancient civilization located entirely in the Northern Hemisphere. It occupies a central and strategic position in Asia and along major oceanic routes. As the seventh largest country in the world, India has well-defined physical boundaries formed by mountains and seas. The country shares land borders with 7 nations and maintains important maritime links. Despite its wide east-west spread, a single standard meridian at 82 degrees 30 minutes east ensures uniform time across the nation. Together, size and location shape India's geography, history, and global importance. With this, we have come to the end of this first chapter in geography. If you feel the video helped you in understanding the lesson, please subscribe to the channel and share the channel link with your classmates on WhatsApp and other messaging platforms. Take care and goodbye. See you in the next video.